there's nothing in it, and you'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is? Way out in the water, see it swimming. With your feet on the air and your head on the ground, try this trick and spin it, yeah. Who are you? Wave your finger, you must have been out your head. I'm all deep in muddy waters, you practically raised the dead. Rock the grave, just know the cradle, and learn the evidence now. Soapbox, house, and cards, and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high, you must have been high, must have been. Well, then my red head up there, so what you talking about? Difficult to dance round this one till you pull it out. Oh, you must have been so high. You must have been so high. Steel borrow ever save your shady influence. Kangaroos done hung the genre with the innocent. And you're weeping shades of clothes up in the gold. Got lemon juice up in your eye. When you pissed off on my black hill, you must have been high, high, high. High, must have been high, high. Who are you to wave your finger so full of lead? I'm all deep in muddy waters, fucking hip my bread. Lying on your mirror, show me what's the difference. Kangaroo done hung the guilty with the innocent. Now you're weaving shades of colors and indigo. Got nothing to suck in your eye. When you pissed off on my black kettle, you must have been high, high, high. So who are you to wave your finger? Who are you to wave your fatty fingers at me? You must have been out your mind. Weaving shades of indigo, shed without a reason. Weaving shades of indigo. Lying on your mirror for you, what's the difference? Kangaroo be stoned, he's guilty as the government. When you're weaving shades of colors and indigo, got lemon juice up in your eye. When you discover my black yellow, you must have been high, I'm lost deep in muddy waters, you're lost deep in muddy waters. Can't you please? You must have been out your How did it start? Well, I don't know, I just feel the craving. I see the flesh and it smells fresh and it's just there for the taking. These little girls, they make me feel so goddamn exhilarated. I fill them up, I can't give it up, the pain that I'm just erasing. I tell my lies and I despise every second I'm with you. So I run away and you still stay. So what the f is with you? Your feelings, I can't help but break them. I'm sorry, I don't feel the same. My heart inside is constantly hating. I'm sorry, I just throw you away. I don't know why I'm so cold, I don't know why it hurts me. All I wanna do is get with you and make the pain go away. Why do I have a conscience? All it does is with me. Why do I have this torment? All I wanna do is get away. I tell my lies and I despise Every second I'm with you, so I run away, and you still stay. So what the f is with you? Your feelings, I can't help but break them. And I'm sorry, I don't feel the same. My heart inside is constantly hating. I'm sorry, I just throw you away. I tell my lies and I despise every second I'm with you, and I run away, and you still stay. So what the f is with you? Your feelings, I can't help but break them. I'm sorry, I don't feel the same. My heart inside is constantly hating. I'm sorry, I just throw you away. Just throw you away. Just throw you away. Just throw you away. Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I keep looking for something I can't get. Broken hearts lie all around me, and I don't see an easy way to get out of this. A diary sits by the bedside table. The curtains are closed, the cat's in the cradle. Who would have thought that a boy like me could come to this? I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been some kind of kiss. I should have walked away. I should have walked away. Is there any just cause for feeling like this? On the surface, I'm a name on a list. I try to be discreet, but then blow it again. I've lost and found, it's my final mistake. She's loving by proxy, no give and all take. 'Cause I've been thrilled to fantasy one too many times. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been some kind of kiss. I should have walked away.
I just died in your arms tonight.
It was a long, hot night. She made it easy. She made it feel right. But now it's over. The moment is gone. I followed my hands, not my head. I It must have been some kind of kiss. I should've walked away. I should've walked away. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Oh,
If you're ever wondering why they end suddenly like that, you get a 4-minute time limit when you do them for free.
you know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire, yeah. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
A great idea, Elemental Hero, the Shadowlands Dragon Wolf King, but I live in Florida, so that'll never happen.
The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire, yeah. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. guarantee. I know you got to see me. Read on and weep the dead man's hand again. I see it in your eyes. Take one look and die. The only thing you see, you know it's gonna be the ace of spades. The ace of spades. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules. So do I. Up for commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye.
Okay. It's been funny. I'm going to skip the rest.
What would Brian Boitano do if he was here right now? He'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do. When Brian Boitano was in the Olympics skating for the gold, he did 2 southpaws and a triple lutz while wearing a blindfold. When Brian Boitano was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears, he used his magical fire breath and saved the maiden's fair. So what would Brian Boitano do if he were here today? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano do. I want this feature out of me. It has stunted my vocabulary, and I just want my mom to stop fighting everyone. For Wendy, I'll be an activist too, 'cause that's what Brian Boitano would do. And what would Brian Boitano do? He'd call all the kids in town and tell them to unite for truth. That's what Brian Boitano do. When Brian Boitano traveled through time to the year 310, he fought the evil robot king and saved the human race again. And when Brian Boitano built the pyramids, he beat up Kublai Khan. 'Cause Brian Boitano doesn't take shit from anybody. So let's call all the kids together and unite to stop our moms, and we'll save Terrence and Philip too. 'Cause that's what Brian Boitano do. And we'll save Terrence and Philip too. 'Cause that's what Brian Boitano do. That's what Brian Boitano do.
Welcome, my friends, to XboxEra. If you're new here, let me fill you in. XboxEra is a platform for the Xbox community with best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and of course, XboxEra.com, your destination for the best news, reviews, and features, all focused on your favourite platform, Xbox. It's every Xbox fan's gateway to the best of XboxEra. Our incredible podcasts listened to in over 50 countries worldwide, our in-depth reviews, our own merch store for the coolest in gaming threads, and of course Day One, where you can track, rate and discuss your favourite games on Xbox Game Pass. We're a small, agile and independent publication, and importantly, we're completely funded by you. If you value having a publication truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Xbox Era is only made possible by the support of an amazing community, and in particular our legendary and growing army of Patreon supporters. Our executive producers, Top, The Scarecrow 121, Peter B, Not Jack, Mohammed Sherez, Kevin S, Korkenstein, Jordan White, Jordan Andow, Frankie C, Terran H, and Britt. Our amazingly generous grand benefactors who take their support and dedication to Xbox Era to another level. Krat56, an assassin. And then there's our boss, our leader, our shining light in times of darkness, the one and only Xbox Era CEO, Torn Raptor. You guys are all fucking awesome. If you enjoy the content Xbox Era produce and want more of it, and you're not a patron, consider heading over to patreon.com/Xbox Era, pledge your support, and get cool swag in return. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Xbox Era's Headlines. The date is December 12th, 2024. I'm Sika Mechanico, and today Jesse and I will be taking you through all of the latest in gaming news from across the industry. Obviously, our patrons mean everything to us, and as a bonus for them, the audio versions of these episodes get uploaded into the Patreon app for them to listen to. But if they're on Spotify, you can link your accounts and listen to it there instead. Hello, Jesse. How are you?
Every part of me hurts.
Have we been VRing again?
I have. I'm doing a review for upcoming big VR title. Those don't really exist much anymore, which is it's interesting to say. But I would say there's been a handful of pretty big ones with Batman Arkham Shadow, Metro Awakening, and the upcoming Alien Incursion. The latter of which I'm going to be covering for the site, and people yell at me because it's a VR game, and I'm like, well, it didn't take away from anything else. We still cover so much, but anyway,
it's just you enjoy doing it, so like, chill out, people.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
None of these reviews make any money. They're just for the patrons, and patrons are interested in it. Like,
yeah, I'm interested in it, even though like it would scare the crap out of me. I still kind of like am curious, but I can't help myself.
If you watch the trailers and stuff for it, it is more action focused than something like Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
I believe you're a space marine in it, and there are guns. They're showing like pulse rifle and hand cannon and shotgun and stuff. So you can actually fight back.
Aliens.
Yeah. No, it is called Alien, not Aliens, because the franchise is actually Alien, and then the sequel just had the S.
Okay.
The okay, but not for me sequel.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you on it. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Especially major, gigantic, gaping assholes. They definitely have them.
Exactly right. But yeah, look, hey, folks, thank you for tuning in and watching. We're hoping to bring you some informative discussion.
There's a lot.
This quick hour news broadcast that we do twice a week for our wonderful community.
Maybe an hour.
If you want to become a patron, by the way, head to patreon.com/Xbox Era. And for like the cost of a coffee once a month, you can like get access to all of our.
If you want, you can give us whatever you feel like. If you want to give $500, they'd let you do that.
Yeah, like you go nuts. You go.
Elon, you suck. Give us money.
I'm not.
What? No, I'll still take it. We'll take that evil money and do something good with it.
That's true. We would. Let's dive into some news, shall we? Let's start off with one of my favorite games of this year. I think Indy might have it beat in terms of like personal favorite. Hellblade 2 has come swooping in at the BAFTA Game Awards, not the Game Awards, the Keeleys.
One focused
but the British
on awards.
ones.
That's why it's so different.
Yes. And it swept 11 nominations for Best British Game, Best Animation, Best Artistic Achievement, Best Audio Achievement, Best Game Beyond Entertainment, Best Music, Best Narrative, Best Technical Achievement, and Performer in a Leading Role for Melina Jurgens, and Performers in Supporting Roles for Aldis Amal Hamilton as Astrord, and Performer in a Supporting Role for Abby Greenland and Helen Golan as the Furies. That's a lot of nominations. 11.
Just have that in your head the whole time.
You're my fury, baby.
Yeah. John, please actually be around when I try and message you. John, what's going on with this review? John,
I'm always around. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm making
around.
Nick happy. Because Nick will message you at like horrible times for you and then be like, he didn't respond.
And then complain that I haven't replied. Like, yeah, Nick, you messaged me at 1 a.m. Sorry, bro. You know, I sleep, apparently. But congrats to Ninja Theory.
It's
Xbox.
definitely, it's in that that Oscar bait type of game where it's in the right genre to do really well at award shows. And then people are like, why did this get nominated? It's like, because it's a technical and artistic achievement, which is what these awards are for.
Yeah.
It's not I liked this thing and it hit the cultural zeitgeist achievement. Like award shows aren't normally that. The Game Awards very much are, but even then, this is nominated in the categories that are not that. So
yeah,
like when you get Game of the Year and Wuthering Waves is in there for the fan vote, it's like you understand this gacha game has monetized and mobilized its audience by offering up goodies if it wins the fan vote. So like at some point, it's
pointless.
Just popularity. It's not actual technical and artistic achievements, which is what the BAFTAs and the DICE Awards and stuff go for, and the Golden Joysticks even more. Though the Golden Joysticks gave their Game of the Year to Black Myth Wukong, which is a solid game, but I have no fucking idea why.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's good to see, you know, because all of those things, all of those categories, I'm like totally understand why that's been nominated. Every single one. And
this one is the people from in the industry, which is why something like Starfield got so many nominations in things from the industry, because people look at Creation Engine 2 and go, holy shit, this does some amazing stuff. Now, fans might not like the way they do animations or their artistic choices on how they have the game work, but the actual engine itself for Creation Engine 2 is very impressive, like technically. It's really good. Yeah. And that's why it got awards. And everyone's like, oh, this thing's a piece of shit. I hate it. And it's like, no, it's actually, technically, it's very good.
And as gorgeous as, you know, something like Indiana Jones is.
It's running at 720p. I was going to say it looks horrible.
There we go. Visually, Hellblade 2 is, I don't think it's been beaten yet in terms of visuals.
No. I mean, its scope is so different that
of course.
It almost feels unfair. But yeah, no, for actually making you feel like you are in a truly awful, horrible place, Iceland as we know it, which is actually
it's a beautiful place.
It's nice in real life, but this version of it is a real messed up one. Or is it? Because if you play through, you get the different perspectives from the different...
I also think, like, from memory, you know, like we lived through a big era, you know, I think PlayStation were particularly guilty of it. Here's this trailer. This is what the game's going to look like, honest. And then it was just a CG bullshit trailer. Thank you. You compare what they did to what they revealed, and you're like, all right.
It looks better.
You did it. It looks better in a lot of instances.
If you go through like the troll thing, like they couldn't get the fire as good. They talked about that technically. It didn't look as good.
Yeah, if you pause it in photo mode, the fire is like a static flat image, and you'll actually, like, it will be ahead of the giant. But when you're playing, it looks fine. But when you move, it's like, oh, okay, they cheated.
It was funny. I made the mistake of watching Jason Schreier on Kind of Funny, and at one point they talked about how the June showcase was really good, and he did yell, "The Perfect Dark was the fakest shit I've ever seen." I was like, really? I remember some.
He said that.
Yeah, no, it's. Very solid reporter who has zero issue wallowing in the angry console worry muck, it seems. I don't know. I could be wrong.
But, I don't understand people that advocate for game developers themselves and, you know, some of the amazing work that they do, but then in the next sentence will poop over ones that they disagree with or don't like, or work for a platform that they don't like.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
You've now thought about it more than he did, probably.
It just doesn't compute. Hey, guys, everything you worked on sucks.
Well, you know what it's also like? The entire industry is pushed and run by spoilers and leaks, and yet people were furious about them around the Insomniac one, which I get for the personal information stuff, but also I don't think that ever came out. But people were like, oh, we're not even going to talk about like the game stuff. And it's like, That's all you do.
You
That's all you
absolutely
do.
should.
All you do is talk about leaks and spoil, and also like, oh, you love when this reporter gets someone to break their NDA, but you don't like it when this reporter gets someone. Like, oh, Tom Henderson gets that, I hate it. But oh, Schreier got it. Oh, amazing. Oh, he sat on years and years of Blizzard employees' complaints to make a book.
Allegedly.
Let's have him on. I mean, he put the book out years after getting this stuff. I don't think that's up for debate. But also, like, then he's on this huge book tour and is on everything. But Tom Henderson's like a pariah because, oh, he just has people leak NDAs to him for stuff. And it's like, it's all the same. There are
Tom's also a massive arsehole.
True.
I'm joking. I saw you in the chat. I love you, Tom.
That would be another similarity between nothing.
But anyway, congrats to Hellblade 2. Apologies for the tangent there, folks. You know, sometimes we get bees in our bonnet and we just have to let them buzz. 11 nominations for the BAFTAs. I'm sure they'll win more than a few of them, and deservedly so, because I think in terms of what it set out to do, the scope that it was, they accomplished a lot with what they built. And I loved Hellblade 2 a lot, as evidenced by my 10 out of 10. Yes, I only give India 9 because it wasn't as technically flawless as Hellblade 2 was. Next up in news, you can now stream select games that you own on xCloud. That's nice.
With the alpha and alpha skip ahead. So it's in testing there on alpha and alpha skip ahead for the game, for the dashboard preview, I think they call it. So I did see some that were just like, hey, it's there. And then people in comments were like, I can't do it. And it's like, yes, you have to be an alpha or alpha skip ahead, which are full. You can't get into them anymore from what I've seen. Like, but yeah. So now it's the 50-ish games that were only on the web are now also on console, which is neato.
Yeah. But you can stream it. There's on XboxEra, there's a little GIF of how it all works, and I think it's supported in 28 countries for those Xbox insiders that are testing this. It's nifty, right? And that 50 game list is only going to increase. And it's these kind of feature sets when I think about the future that I'm like, yeah, like it's not mentioned here. I don't think it's in our showrunner, but the big list and the changes coming to the Xbox PC app, I've seen some coverage, and the good websites, including Insider Gaming, have shouted out the hard work that our community put in.
Yep, Tom Warren did too.
Yeah, great. All the Toms doing good work. And Microsoft have clearly paid attention to what we put together and been like, hey, yeah, maybe we should actually like advertise that we've done this because it's kind of cool.
It's like, oh yeah, people have noticed we did this, so let us go through and talk about it. So Chris Charla, who got a promotion a while ago, he isn't just like head of ID at Xbox. He's different, bigger title now. Wrote a blog post on the Microsoft Dev blog, which is pretty good.
Should be like, where's our love?
I will also say,
where's our IHOP glasses or our
I did beg for them
Indiana
on
Jones,
Blue Sky and Twitter, but never heard anything, sadly. And I will say, Didek, yes, he did. He said that they've just routinely keep showing Perfect to Dark and Fable, even though it was 5 years in between Perfect Dark being shown. But whatever.
I know. Just nod and smile. Just nod and smile.
It turns out most of the negative, shitty things that get talked about in the press all the time, like, oh, they got to get by this, are quite often creations of the press.
Yeah. That's how they get clicks. Go figure. Starfield, another wonderful.
I thought this one was neat.
Currently Xbox exclusive, is getting a little Doom surprise for Doom's 31st anniversary, with the inclusion of a free, brand new Doom-themed mini quest by Kingath Creations, which includes the Doomslayer's armor, iconic weapons, and a plushie collection. So yeah, maybe fly to Mars with this quest on and see how things are going over there.
It's about an hour. It is mainly there to give you this little quest, about an hour long, that I think is voice acted, and it's one of those quests where the focus is on getting the stuff. So they had that before in Creation Club, where we'll give you a little tiny mini quest, and then you get this really cool gear. and then people got mad because they thought it was a big quest line. But no, it's actually you're essentially a fancier way of buying like cool outfits and stuff. And that's kind of what this one is, but it is longer than those because some of those have been like
That's
5
cool.
minutes. Yeah.
That's really, really nifty. I love that. And this was something not made specifically by Bethesda. This is a different team making it, and Bethesda have said, "Hey, yeah,"
and they gave it the full
up.
treatment so that you can still keep achievements while it's on.
Awesome, that's good times. Oh, it's the season for giving, after all. I love it. Next up in gaming news,
is it Kulebra or Kulembra? I don't remember.
It's Kulebra, maybe. 3D adventure game Kulebra and the Souls of Limbo is getting an Xbox Series version. There's a demo, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on day one. This is coming from publisher Fellow Traveler and developers Gala. They're releasing this Xbox Series version of their 3D adventure game Kulebra and the Souls of Limbo, alongside its previously announced Switch and PC Steam versions, with a Game Pass release. The demo is also available on the Xbox Indie Game Fest demo event for this winter, so you can go check it out if you want to get a leg up on what this game's going to be like when it arrives into your Game Pass subscription. But the nutshell is it's a 3D adventure game. You're going to gather clues from people that live in limbo and uncover a mystery and all of that jazz. You play as a dead snake who has a kind heart. So that's video games for you. You can be anything.
It's very nice looking. Like it's a real visually striking, colorful art style.
I love it. Colorful things.
I know there's been talk. There's less investment in Game Pass and all this type of stuff, and it might be true. But I have to say it again. I think there's like 40 things already listed for next year, 30 or 40. Like there's just a ridiculous amount of stuff now coming. Or set for 2025. Man, it has been a lot to try and keep up with this friggin' article already. There's already like
it's crazy
5 things. Then February's got one, March got one, April's got one, and then the rest are to be announced. But there's so many of them, including things like Towerborn and 33 Immortals, which I somehow forgot to put on there originally. There's just a lot of shit.
I'll mention it. Towerborn just got a really good holiday update number 3. The belfry is all Christmassy and snowy, and it looks awesome. And again, I just want to reiterate, I really love this game, and I cannot wait for 1.0 to land and the game to come to Game Pass, because I think it is gonna take off. I think it's gonna get very, very popular because it's just so fun to play with friends. It's a good time. But yeah, Game Pass, love it. More stuff, please. Next up, Xbox are partnering with the British darts sensation Luke The Nuke Littler.
He's your hero, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I follow darts all the time. I don't, but this guy has come out of nowhere in the darts scene and really, really been fantastic. I don't watch darts, but apparently he's responsible for some of like the greatest increase in viewership in darts, like of any sport ever.
It went from 300 people to 500 people, almost doubled.
Yeah, like
it's the UK. It's probably huge.
It's done very well. So Xbox have announced a sponsorship. They've partnered with him, and in their Score More with Xbox type thing that they do with football teams in the UK, they partnered with Luke. So he'll win trophies and win Xbox game fans Xbox stuff. That's nice. That's pretty cool. I like it. I loved that when they teased this, like something little is coming, that people immediately were like, handheld console announcement? I'm like, bro, Microsoft are not going to tease a handheld announcement with a short animation on the UK only Xbox Twitter account. What are you smoking? And can I have some, please?
No, drugs are for thugs.
Yeah. It's really cool. Prizes for fans, just because Luke Littler is rather good at darts. So good for him. And he is a big Xbox fan. He plays video games at home. So, it could be you. It's very good stuff. And Sam Bateman, who is the Xbox gaming marketing lead for the UK, said, as a huge Xbox fan, it only made sense for us to team up with Luke and celebrate his love for gaming in a way that felt authentic. We're wishing him every success in the upcoming PDC World Darts Championship and encourage fans in the UK to keep their eyes on Xbox UK socials to be in with a chance of winning some awesome prizes, all thanks to his extraordinary performances. There you go. Darts. It's very British because you can stand still and hold a pint and throw a thing at a thing. It's the ultimate pub game.
You don't have to go outside where it's too cold.
Don't have to go outside. You know,
it's cold and physically rainy fit. And miserable, and you can just stay inside.
Yeah, it's great. What a sport. Next up, this is where there's some sad stuff.
This is
I don't know. I want to change.
Block. I ended it.
Not, I want to change. I want to change it. I'm going to do the one just below this one, and then we'll get into the sad news block ish. Just because. So I'm just giving you a heads up because I know you like to separate these things out.
Well,
there are some cool. I kind of touched on this anyway. There's some cool new changes coming to the Xbox app.
But there's more than just showing Play Anywhere stuff that didn't get shown before.
Yes. Chris Charla, who was the head of ID at Xbox, is now the general manager of content curation and programs at Xbox. What a damn good job the content creation team do, by the way, Game Pass folks. They've written a blog post. Nutshell, there's some new highlighted features. So content in there can stay up to date. Game Pass info, sales, all of that sort of stuff.
The UI is getting closer and closer to looking like the console.
Yeah, I mean, the compact mode that they'd already introduced was really good, especially on handhelds like the ROG Ally. They've started to do a lot more. So they've added back in, as we mentioned earlier on, some of these Xbox Play Anywhere titles so that you can buy one and have one across PC and console for universal ownership, as they refer to it. And there's additional games like casual stuff, Candy Crush, Soda Saga, and Angry Birds 2 are coming into the Xbox app. So there's more and more being added in every day, which makes sense. It's good to see.
I mean, it was a mobile store, so getting more of those things that are already there that people might be interested in, that, especially that they own, then makes sense because they print money.
Ching ching. Now we'll get into the sad block. I'm done now. Let's talk about some sad things. Ziff Davis, owners of IGN, have essentially gutted and murdered and shoved into a bin bag in the trunk of their car gamesindustry.biz.
It has one employee left. She's very nice. Please support her work. She is literally the entire site now.
It's ridiculous. This comes from some exclusive reporting from Aftermath. Ziff Davis apparently offered buyouts, which are AKA soft layoffs to employees, writes Nathan Grayson on Blue Sky. To employees in late October. Since then, Games Industry Biz, one of the industry's most influential trades, has lost all but one full-time staffer, and IGN and Humble have taken hits as well. So we've seen Editor-in-Chief James Batchelor recently announced. We've seen Chris String, the guy you guys all love to hate. He's left as well. It is gross. It is gross. If I were working for IGN, I'd be really mad about it and frustrated that I couldn't say anything. So I'm going to say...
You say it.
Well, I'm going to say what all of the people that we probably know and like from IGN on what they would say with this is fucking bullshit, Ziff Davis.
Well, I had heard from people that IGN's freelance budget kind of ran out in September. That is a rumor that they've been gutted a bit because you only make money in online media via doing guide work. And so that's most of what these people do. The evergreen and clickbait content. It sucks. We don't want to do it. That's why we go to patreon.com/XboxEra and we keep pushing it because I keep talking to people. I don't even know we have one. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they end up signing up. It's the only way anything can exist anymore is by crowdfunding because all the corporate funding has just died because Google changed the ad game. It wasn't good before and it is tragically bad now. And the actual games journalism industry is like 30, 40 people. Everyone else is media or influencers or creators because they have to be because it's the only way they can make a living. Like even
Yeah.
someone as talented as Steven Totillo had to go solo and try and get people to pay for his stuff because it was the only way. VGC has to do a Patreon because it's the only way. Digital Foundry has had to do a Patreon forever because it's the only way. Because as much as people like all this stuff, you can't pay for all of it. Like, oh, I want to catch up on gaming news. Let me do my $40 a month. Like, it's really hard. So that's why it used to be big companies and ads and sponsorships and stuff, and now that's just dried up.
It's a mess, like Danny O'Dwyer posting on Blue Sky was talking about games journalism, and he's written games journalism is like fewer than 40 people now. Like in terms of what you would consider an actual, I am a video game journalist.
They would
want to be like us.
Even like a lot of IGN and stuff like that, it's media. It's not journalist work. Like Rebecca Valentine transitioned to journalism in there and doing pieces and stuff, not covering the news, but doing reporting and actual journalism and going out and getting stories. It is a very different, as a lot of peers would tell you, John, it's a very different skill set to report the news than to find and generate the news that you have created instead of just being fed. We get fed news generally.
We do. We don't do any very little investigative journalism, right?
Nick gets DMs and then has to turn on them and say, "Oh, by the way, I don't think South Midnight's going to be there
I was wrong.
He was never. He told me that back in October, and he was never going to say anything. But then he foolishly said it because Xstasis said it and was like, "It's not a Game Pass thing. Don't listen to Xstasis because even on Game Pass is the only thing he's ever close to accurate on."
But yeah, Danny Dwyer here writing, magazines are basically gone, websites are not far behind. None of this is a surprise, but it's incredibly sad. We had something awesome for a while. Younger generations have no idea what they missed out on. And Jordan Midler from VGC, I can see a reply here saying, it's so bad out here. Thanks to Google, we would make more out of 20 patrons signing up for a month of VGC. I think he meant to write, we would gladly see the guys at XboxEra make more by signing up for a month of XboxEra on patreon.com/XboxEra than from covering every single Game Awards story tomorrow night, which is true. Like, I was sitting there thinking about it. You're going to be streaming the show. I think Ursul's joining you. Maybe Chinggis might do some news, but it's at 1 a.m. I'm not going to be around. The likelihood is I'll wake up and there'll be a bunch
Everyone
of
will have either
stories.
covered it or been watching it and not looking for that news anyways.
So it's like, what is there a point? It's rough out there, which is why you'll see outlets like ours or groups like ours diversify a lot by doing cool things like books and card games and awesome other content, because we get to enjoy producing the stuff that you like to watch. Patreon.com/XboxEra. You know what to do. Make it your Christmas present to me. If you're thinking, oh, what could I get? What could I get my good old friend Jon and Jesse for Christmas?
Well, I mean, if you want to do Christmas presents, hold on.
Patreon.com/XboxEra. You can do gifting.
Yeah, at that link right there.
Yeah, you can gift a membership.
It's literally
to someone else.
just the patreon.com/XboxEra/gift. It gives you a link. You can give that link to someone and they get whatever you set. We've had it happen one time already. You know who, Torn Raptor, bought a year of the $12 sub and it went to King Bill. So he's just got a full year of that. He gets all our stuff. It's probably
absolutely amazing. We love you guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for, honestly, as we come towards the end of this year, thank you for making this the most rewarding, amazing year of my professional life ever. Like, I can't say it better than that. Like, I was able to do this. It's a big thank you to you as well, Jesse, because you got us here, I would argue. But man, what a ride. It's been so fun.
Not to toot my own horn, but I'm like 40% of the website views this year. I'm almost half.
I know. You always pick up on those little rumors at 11 p.m. at night UK time, and just
or like, there's a sale. The Xbox is on sale. Okay, here it is. Oh, 72,000 views. Okay, that's still the weirdest freaking one. Hey, there's $50 off on the Xbox, and it just went. You never know why.
Yeah. Love you guys, man. I'm feeling the love today. Anyway, Ziff Davis, boo! You've ruined everything. Google, boo!
Well, it's Ziff Davis, Valnet, Future, and I got like Hookshot Media, a couple other companies and I think Hookshot's owned by IGN or partnered with IGN or something. Like, so few companies that own almost every website you know of. There's like us, True Achievements, a handful of others that are actually independent. That's about it.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's true. But yeah, I'm proud of us. Anyways, next up, sad news. Sad news continues.
It's a sad
people
news
can
block.
fly.
I'm sorry.
People can fly, except for the people that have now been made redundant. I'm sorry, I shouldn't joke. There's an important update been posted on People Can Fly X account on social media from their CEO, Sebastian Wojciechowski. No idea if I pulled that off. Today, we make the very difficult decision to reduce our self-publishing strategy by suspending Project Victoria. I presume that's a game that we're working on. Scaling down our team on Project Bifrost and restructuring some of our supporting teams at People Can Fly. We are deeply saddened by the fact that this situation means suspending or parting ways with more than 120 employees, colleagues who we've enjoyed having as a part of our team. This action becomes necessary. I could carry on reading. You know the drill. Market conditions, pressures, blah, 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 blah. It's all rubbish. Everything sucks.
Just couldn't find funding. So a couple of projects shuttered, not the one with Microsoft, which I know people like that seems to be the one now.
Yeah.
So the one that they were working on with Good Guy, Xbox. They put out Outriders, a game I really enjoyed. I liked Outriders a lot. I really liked its expansion. I think it was World Slayer. Literally freaking playing the video. I used to do so many transitions. I got rid of those. I prefer not having so many transitions anymore.
Yeah.
It was a little busy visually when the games are already pretty busy. But yeah, solid company. I think they tried to put out, I don't know. I mean, it was their thing. Bulletstorm VR came out and was awful. So I feel really bad, but I'm guessing that one didn't do well. I gave it a 5 and I was right on the Metacritic. That just did not really translate. Like, it was cool to shoot, but then all the gameplay stuff was bad. And any type of little miss, even if that didn't cost a ton, you never know. Like, but any type of miss right now in gaming means you're
It's
toast.
bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Why is everyone just doing the most basic shit? Because that's all you'll pay for. Like, that's why. Like, that's what people will actually pay for, is the most basic friggin' sequel shit. And then you see Fortnite just throwing Counter-Strike into their goddamn game, and so now that's gonna kill a bunch of anything that wanted to be like that. Like, oh, how's friggin' Fragpunk gonna do and all these types of things? Because the kids are just gonna have their super colorful fun in Fortnite.
Yeah. Yep. It's really hard out there, man. Like, if only we could somehow make Console Wars into an actual video game. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would
Get
be nice
Game
and
Pass
cheap.
deal.
We just need good.
It'd be super
cheap.
cheap.
What it needs. Really, we would have to get really good music, even if it's just one track like Balatro, just one super chill, memorable, but not in the way track. So
Yeah.
I'll get to work on Suno, because then we can never.
No,
copyright
we
it.
can't use
I'm
AI
kidding.
for it.
You
Can't
can
use AI
You
for
can. You
I know you
can't
could, but we're not
copyright,
gonna.
but you can't copyright it. It can never be yours if it was AI.
But yeah, man,
But yeah,
I'd
this
love
just
it.
sucks. So many good, talented companies all wildly struggling because everything was going crazy in COVID, and everyone overcorrected and money was just flying everywhere. Loans are flying everywhere. And the moment it slows down, it hasn't stopped. It's just slowed down. Like, it's not in danger of a crash. It is just not going to go up. So investment has crashed. But the actual industry is making more money than ever. And that's why it's so frustrating. Like, oh, we messed up and we invested too much. Well, see y'all later. Oh, we're worth $2 trillion at Microsoft. We're still going to fire thousands of people because we overhired. It's like, yep. Yeah.
It is very depressing. I hate it.
Mm-hmm. You won't hate the next news story, though. It was exactly what you were hoping for, though. It's way too late.
Yeah, it is way too late, but it is a good thing that they've done it. The Plucky Squire, which is one of the games I reviewed earlier this year, and it's a great game if you've got little ones that have probably never really gamed before, or perhaps need to be taken off of just the Minecraft and Fortnite train and given something a little bit different.
It's no RPG time, The Legend of Right, but it looks all right.
It's a gorgeous little game with some great ideas. The Plucky Squire, but it held your hand a little too much, and I think the entire industry kind of felt that way. This is great if it didn't take control away from me and kind of like tell me the solution straight away and all of this jazz.
Shut the hell up.
But they've
John.
now, well, BT Maverick in with the 5 Xbox era gifted memberships on YouTube. Thank you, BT Maverick.
Congratulations to Mohammed Sherez, Terran, X Devil's Island, X Ian Glenn, and no one else.
Oh, one more. Oh, one more up for grabs. Who's going to get it?
I don't know.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll shout you out when you do. But thanks for joining. You can now have access to Sick and Nick's Flicks,
Mm-hmm.
which is our movie podcast, believe it or not.
We really,
the Plucky Squire
stuff this month.
I know. It's just like where is the time?
It was gonna. I was figuring it's gonna be the second half, like before we take off for Christmas. And by I mean take off, I mean I'll be here every day anyways, and I'm streaming on Christmas, but still.
Madman.
Kids are old. They're freaking.
Yeah, I know, you're
Their,
lucky. Mine are young or not here, which also might be. I'll be around a fair bit over the Christmas period. The Plucky Squire is getting a brand new streamlined mode with less hand holding. So, nutshell, it's for more experienced gamers that just actually want to like play the game and not be told everything. I would argue anyone that would have enjoyed this mode has probably already played the game. So
you'd be
not
shocked.
Sure.
Everyone has a friggin' gigantic backlog.
That's true.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, again, it was a PlayStation Plus release, but not a Game Pass release this time around. So maybe. It's a great game. It's worth playing. It's just not a brilliant game.
I didn't put it in there, but PlayStation Plus has kind of weaker on the expensive, but really good indies. One of them is A Space for the Unbound, a game which I only got to play a few hours of, but was really good. So if you have PlayStation Plus and have never heard of A Space for the Unbound, and you're into your, God, is it like, I don't want to get it wrong. A part of Southeast Asia RPG. It's not Japan, but yeah, no, that game's really solid, phenomenal music, pixel art. Very pretty. Would highly recommend if you're interested at all.
Noted. But yeah, the Plucky Squire. It's a free update, so you can just dive back in and choose that play setting, and off you go. Maybe I'll suggest it to my boy, and he can give it another go. I want to
to play Fortnite. What are you gonna feel like when I hit puberty, Dad? And my voice just drops 14 octaves.
That's how he talks as well. How did you? Is he there with you? Did he record that?
I met him once.
Yeah. God love my son. All right. Good news. A little bit of a good news block. Day of the Devs had Game Awards 2024 edition. This is coming via Chris
2024 Game Awards edition. They had the other one in June.
This is coming via Chris Scullion over at VGC. And the latest Day of the Devs presentation ended, and they put together a big old summary of everything that was shown. There's a lot. We had Bionic Bay from Kepler Interactive, which is a platformer with a swap mechanic, which reminds me a little bit of... It's not the Astroneer, is it?
I never played the Astroneer. I did give Big Z a copy of it, but I've never played it.
I can't remember. There is one with an astronaut where you can kind of swap you and duplicate yourself and stuff. But anyway, set in a biomechanical world teeming with imaginative devices, mysterious technology, and peculiar inhabitants. That is releasing March 13th, 2025.
I will definitely not be able to find anything in this hour-long stream. So I'm just going to play the stream itself.
We've got Blippo Plus.
That one I want to find because it's all about the friggin' visuals on Blippo.
Yeah, 1-bit graphics.
Yeah, 1-bit, but it's actually like video. God damn it, where's Blippo? Fuck, I'm just going to look it up.
It says the game is described as a broadcast communication service that provides the best in news, community, and entertainment, and it's over-the-top television that's truly over the top.
God damn it, somebody has a channel called Blippo Game.
There you go. It looks weird, but I'm curious.
It's very it is just like the gray and black and like various things of gray, but it's just real life. Like it's just putting this insane filter over people they filmed. It's very interesting looking, but it's just like, hey, what if you had the world's cheapest 60 hertz TV display? I have no idea what the game is, but it's very visually interesting. I feel like it's going to give some people a real headache, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. It makes my brain hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to try and cherry pick some because there's a lot here.
I wasn't figure we go through everything, but it's also it's killing the bitrate. I got to turn it off.
We've got Crescent County, which is a single-player open-world delivery life sim set on a painterly witch tech solar punk island. Video games, man, they're crazy.
All right.
We've got Curiosmos, which is a whimsical, cozy space sim where you design a solar system from the ground up. That's interesting. What a unique idea that is. We've got Demon Tides, which is a sequel to Demon Turf. Deeply expressive platformer where players can travel through the world in countless unique ways. We've got Far Away, which is an immersive, challenging, and chill procedurally generated audio-visual experience about creating constellations.
That's the one that's on right now, I think. This is very much this is a Jon type of show. They have just a lot of really interesting indie games at these they're not going to be for everyone, but they're always full of cool shit that I
love these ideas. This is why video games are cool. We've also got Hyperlight Breaker.
That looks so I don't know if you ever played Hyperlight Drifter. It's one of my favorite games of last generation. And Hyperlight Breaker is a sequel that instead of being Hyperlight Drifter was I want to talk about this one. Hyperlight Drifter. Oop. It was like over the top pixel graphics. God damn it, that's just bringing all this shit up. Let's look at IGN's review. So it was like really good looking pixel graphics in this insane art style that I forget. And then the gameplay was awesome. You're just zipping around real quick. Like if you never played this one, I bet you would really like it, John. It is hard as hell. But it's like fair hard. It's extremely different now from what the sequel is going to be in early access next month. But it was this 3/4 or almost overhead view, like action game. Really, really fun. Just amazing title. What did IGN give it? Better be a good score, IGN. 7.6. Oh, fuck off. Hyperlight Breaker. How do they give that a 7.6? What does that game even have on OpenCritic? Hyperlight Breaker, though, is like third person behind the back co-op in the same world. It looks
I've seen it. Looks
awesome.
It's a big jump up in graphics.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a demo. It was either SGF or Games.
It's been around for a while, yeah. Yeah, Hyperlight Drifter is an 84 on OpenCritic. Even that's too low. I'd give that game a 9.5.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
There is also some stuff that I kind of like have seen before and I really like the look of. There's Kingmakers, which you've got to pull up a trailer for because it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
This is the game that made some noise earlier this year when they revealed, this historical medieval looking game. But then what would happen if you went back armed with modern weaponry, including cars, guns, and more? So you build a kingdom, grab a gun, and lead an army of thousands of knights into massive real-time simulated battles, solo or in co-op. Players will travel back 500 years to medieval England, packing the likes of assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, and armored
He's got
SUVs.
a compound bow.
It looks
just got an AK shooting horses and guys. Yes,
I saw a clip on Blue Sky this morning of someone like, "Hey, there's a tavern," and they just blast through in the SUV, and there's people like drinking their pints, just flying everywhere. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is fun.
Yeah, I'm really curious. You can build up the friggin' thing and then blow. It looks like an amazing tech demo. I'm really curious how it is as a game.
How much is it? It looks like it's performing all right though, which is surprising considering the amount on screen.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Unreal, it's not too bad, maybe. I don't know. But I'm guessing that this was all captured on like a 4090 and a 9800X 3D or something. But
fine by me.
I've got one of those. This looks fun as hell.
Yeah. It's got building mechanics and everything in it. It just looks absolutely bonkers. To play this in co-op as well, that would be a fun hangout stream, I think. We've got Sleight of Hand,
which looks amazing.
Which looks really good. A third-person stealth action card sim about taking down the coven you used to run with. So you play as
they might not say it there. God damn it, it's not on here. It's on their Steam page.
Isn't this a Game Pass one?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, so there's a gameplay trailer from this thing, but it's only on Steam if you want to see it. So the guy who's making it, pretty much he himself called it a mix of Dishonored Metal Gear Solid,
Oof.
but the difference is you're using the cards as your abilities. So it is a deck builder, but you're just building abilities to use. And so like he has a smoke bomb, and then he has a move that lets him quick travel to that smoke bomb, and he gets behind a guy and takes him out. Like this game it's really pretty. And the mechanics and everything, if it plays well. It looks hard. It looks like you've got to be smart and patient, but man, does it look good. I am all about that. So he snuck over there, he gets a coin, and then he sneaks his way back. But now he's got the coin, so he can use it to distract the guy. So it's very much an immersive sim. I would say even more than like Indiana Jones is, because Indiana Jones was you can do stealth or you can beat people up, but there's not 50 solutions to every problem. This looks more in that there's how do you want to do it, essentially. And he puts his trap down, throws the coin, guy's like, ooh, coin, and then shit. Bleh.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks really
good.
neat. And so it'll be Game Pass.
Yeah, there's also Neon Abyss 2, which is the sequel to Neon Abyss, which I think also had a stint on Game Pass, if memory serves. Frantic run and gun gameplay with a twist. So there's new weapon styles and combat styles to change and mix things up now for the sequel. That's coming as well. There's a bunch more.
There's a lot. They always have a lot of stuff. Tankhead looks cool.
Out. Yeah, but it's out on the Epic Store today or yesterday now, I think.
Yeah, so Tankhead is literally you are the head of a tank, like a sentient robot, and then you just build the tank around you in third-person tank combat. It looks pretty cool.
It's just too much. There's too many games.
That is the main problem, and I know Phil, when he was on episode 100, maybe someday we'll get him again, and then we can say directly to him, hey, there's too many games.
Too many games.
Yeah, I know you said there's never enough, but no, there are literally too many, and you're choking. You games industry people are choking everyone.
Yeah. God damn it. Anyways, last but not least, I guess, or nearly last but not least, penultimate news story. Congrats to all the devs for all of their games. Loved seeing it. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, which is actually an excellent game and well worth playing if you enjoy the open world game variety with twists, where it's a little bit more like figure this out on your own and not follow the map. Is disabling PSSR for the PlayStation 5 Pro for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. They're deploying a hotfix today, which will enable players to choose between enabling or disabling the PSSR PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution because it doesn't look very good.
It shimmers really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we always knew, like people who do PC gaming especially, we always knew, this is kind of be like DLSS 1 or FSR 1 or even FSR 2. Like the early generation figuring out how to do upscaling stuff, because even now they're not perfect. You still get lots of artifacts on stuff. But the shimmering and the texture issues that come with PSSR, even on first party stuff, is really bad. And we all knew it was going to be like that. But they obviously were doing all the marketing beats and people bought the marketing beats. Like, the upscaling isn't even that big of a benefit most of the time. The upscaling is a part of it, but you also then need the frame generation and the lag reduction. Like, that's the golden triangle of your future of game tech. Show more pixels while generating less natively. Fake frames with good interpolation techniques. And then fix the lag that the interpolation techniques bring. Like, that's what you need. And PSSR is just doing one, and it's not doing it very well. And it will in the future. That's how they've all gone like that, because it has to. It has to do it well in the future. And also, games can just use AMD's FSR if they want instead. So, it has been funny, but predictable and a little annoying to see the way the Pro is covered around launch versus the reality people have had while using it, where it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just
always the way.
Don't buy marketing claims. Don't buy anything you ever see on a spreadsheet from any of these companies. You know, the only one that was actually truthful about theirs was friggin' Intel with their new GPU that everyone just released their reviews on. They're like, oh, wow, they were actually kind of conservative on their charts, because everyone else just lies. Like, they're just, or not lie. Sorry, don't sue me. Everyone else selectively chooses what you get to see, and it may not properly represent reality.
Yeah, always the way. But yeah,
Also,
there's a couple of...
this game rules, and it's on sale all the time. You should buy it if you like the Far Cry series at all.
Honestly,
I hate
really
Avatar.
liked it.
Literally hate the franchise. Don't like the movies at all, and absolutely adored the game.
Yeah, it was good fun. Even I liked it. Oh, there was a man at my door. I don't know what he wanted, but I certainly didn't go to the door and answer the door. Oops. What did you want? Were you delivering something? Let me just check. I'm just checking the Ring doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Did he drop the package? He's got a package. He put it through my letterbox. We're okay, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, last few stories now. Balatro has won Apple's Arcade Game of the Year. It's sold 3.5 million copies.
Or they called it units. I should put units on.
Wow. Okay. Sure.
Very, very Italian of him.
And when you say Balatro Plus, because it's on Apple Arcade, but it won Game of the Year, rightfully so, because it's brilliant. It's good stuff. I like it. I don't know why it says in this Engadget article from Sarah Fielding that it's only been available on iOS through Apple Arcade since September. Is this are you just writing about iOS, or are you just writing about it? I guess in the context of it's the Apple Game of the Year awards. You're making the point that it's only been out since September and it's one Game of the Year. Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, it's out on Android too. Like I own it there. But good for them.
It'd be really weird if you can't even buy it. Oh, you can buy it.
Yeah,
it's $10 on iOS.
It's got a bunch of collaborations. It's getting a Cyberpunk 2077 quest.
Yep, it's already in there. It went in this week. So because they did a collaboration where you can make some of the cards cyberpunk, like one's Johnny Silverhand for the kings and queens and all that stuff. There, the little Balatro smiling Joker guy is just on a wall, and then it can start up little quests. I haven't actually seen the quest or anything, but yeah,
that's pretty nifty. And you can buy an actual physical deck of cards for $16 with Balatro Jokers and art style on it, which is pretty cool. Via Fangamer. But it's not shipping until March 2025. So
right up there is Balatro. He just barely makes it in on this screen. They sent me the physical copy.
It's such a good game. I love
Has
Balatro.
Anybody sent the new Balatro side quest? Oh, you're looking for Joker cards? 10 minutes long. Yeah, so you're just finding Joker cards from Balatro in Cyberpunk.
There you go.
Yeah, so you just find them in the environment. There you go. I don't know what they'd give you.
It's fun though.
But I'm
glad they did that.
It's neat.
Last couple of stories for today. We're going to end on a high note. LG have discontinued all of their Blu-ray players. This goes along with companies like Samsung. The nutshell being, and I only bring this up in the context of gaming news, is that those of you clinging desperately to your physical media, it ain't going to last. I love you. I support your choice for physical media.
The whole game.
But I'm telling you that the makers of these things that we enjoy vastly prefer the control they get from licensing you a digital copy than selling you a disc. And that is just how it is.
Also, Xbox doesn't even want to do 100 gig discs. So if something like Indiana Jones would have to be 3 of them, then they'd lose a little more. It would cost an extra 25 cents, and that 25 cents adds up for them.
So I'm just bringing this up because I feel like everybody needs to brace themselves for the next generation. I don't expect either of the big boy consoles to ship with a hard drive. At least one that isn't optional.
Optional, I think, would be the only thing. It would be nice on Xbox if you could then make it optional and it works on the Series S, but maybe they'll just completely cut it out.
I think so. Last story to end on a high note.
Our story.
It's our story, baby. Maybe I should write an article. I don't know. I'll write an article when I've got some dates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I am pleased to announce that as of today, XboxEra have signed a book publishing deal for the celebrating 20 years of Xbox book to bring it to retail in 2025. Exciting stuff. for folks that backed us on Kickstarter, the good news is your version of this book will remain exclusive to you. This version will probably not be called the same because it's been a while since it was 20 years we're celebrating, but we'll probably focus and have a slightly different title, but the contents will likely be the same. But extremely pleased to be able to make that a reality. Yay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. It is good.
Congratulations.
I know, it's good times. So yeah, if you missed out on it, you'll be able to get a different version of it at some point in 2025. I will share more details as soon as I have them. Like I said, I literally signed this today.
So, thankfully, it was broken out.
Yeah, it's fine. But I know the people that we're working with are really passionate about it. We're very, very impressed with what we've made. And you know what next year is? It's another anniversary. Let's see what happens.
We're really far behind if we were going to have it ready.
I know. Life is busy. We love you guys. Again, everything that we've been able to do over the last 5 years has been because of the folks that have supported us on Patreon. We know that times are hard, that money's tight, that life is difficult. But we also know that, you probably enjoy listening to our shows and watching our content.
So we're going to have another
if you value that, if you truly value that, £3 even a month. Mm-hmm. It's nothing really, grand scheme of things. Probably like just have one less latte.
And I would even say,
help us out.
If you're already doing Patreon too, like just read the website without an ad blocker. Watch videos.
That helps.
All of it helps. Like every little bit helps. If you don't have any money,
make it your homepage.
If you don't have any money, but you do have some time, just watch the videos on your TV. Just have them playing on a loop. All of it counts if you're actually there and engaging and thumbsing up. Like we're bad about bringing it up, but if you can hit the thumbs up button, it is one of the key metrics of audience participation, where you've got your rubric, and as far as we can tell, and most people, time watched, number 1. If you are a premium member on YouTube, number 1. Not premium, 1A. It's actually you're below. You make less money from non-premium. Then number 2 is engagement. So that's talking in chat, liking, and coming back. So those are like the free things you can do. Just hang out with us, and it means a lot. Even to John, who hates all the patrons, according to them.
Also true. Accurate. Not even going to deny it anymore. Despise them. But yeah, it's an interesting time. There's more great stuff to come. Like 2025, as soon as we hit the ground running in January, it's all go. Like there's so much cool stuff coming. All thanks to you guys. Like you will not believe it. But look, there's a little Game Awards chit chat to end the show with here from member, supporter, patron, everything in between, gifter of memberships, BT Maverick 707, who asks. Everybody can answer this, even if you're in the chat. What is our favorite one big dream announcement for tonight at the Game Awards? I'm crossing my fingers for Half-Life 3. Yeah, I've heard this. When will people learn?
They have been working on Half-Life since Alex ended. We just have no idea what it is.
Surprised if Game Awards get the announcement. Valve are big enough that
I think mine goes without saying. I'll show it on screen right now. The original. I, as a lover of big open world co-op shooters, I want a Brute Force 2.
You're a liar. I don't know if I have a dream announcement that I've really considered or thought about. I think the best kinds of announcements for me that are dream announcements are ones that I wasn't expecting or even thought were coming. But suddenly, here's a game that you wouldn't believe, but here it is.
Here's Balatro.
Yeah, maybe. I can't, honestly, I'm trying to think of something that would be like, I've had Indiana Jones. That was a pretty up there. Fable's coming. Perfect Dark is coming. Man, what do I want? Okay, a new Ninja Gaiden. That would make me happy.
That team is very busy.
I know, but it would still make me happy.
They're probably doing a Rise of the Ronin 2, which will make them even busier, or another Neo.
It's interesting. Bash video editor in the chat. Elder Scrolls 6 Oblivion remake. Wouldn't that be
Oh yeah,
interesting?
Todd's going to be there, but who knows? I mean, Elder
Wouldn't
Scrolls.
that be
I don't think they'll show Elder Scrolls 6
interesting?
until they've got more to show.
Oblivion.
Yeah, the remakes for some of the older Elder Scrolls stuff have been mentioned a lot. So they were even in the leaks. But then who knows what was still around after those leaks?
Lots of love for Silksong, Final Fantasy 9.
Desperation for Silksong.
Desperation for Silksong. Splinter Cell. A true Blue Dragon sequel. These are all wonderful ideas of things. Dino Crisis would be awesome, says BT Maverick 707. I look, at the end of the day, if you guys, I mean, I'm not going to stay up and watch it. I'm just being absolutely, it's a 1 a.m. It's 4 hours of adverts. I will wake up and I will watch the things I care about and be glad that I didn't sit through it. Fuzzy Tomato wants to see a 007 game. Well, we know IOI Interactive are working on a Bond game. Mohammed Shrez, Half-Life 3 again.
Didact wants a Splinter Cell update. Yeah.
They are hyping it up out there. So I'd imagine there's something from PlayStation because I wouldn't expect anybody to be hyping up any Xbox
Sony's been giving us stuff.
announcements.
So maybe a date on Death Stranding. And the big rumor is we get to see what Naughty Dog's new IP they're working on will be.
Interesting. Well,
but it's not close.
2-3 years
but
out.
we'll get to see it. That's the rumor.
Something sci-fi, I've heard. But yeah.
Sci-fi live service gotcha game.
Slop. Game Pass slop. Anyway. That is it. That's the end of headlines. We thank you for joining us today as we take you on a whirlwind adventure through all of the latest in gaming news. I will not be back on Saturday for the podcast because I am working at the weekend, but having fun while doing so.
Working
on other projects with the design team for Console Wars, the card game, as we get ready to
double check and make sure all this prototype shit is right. Because if we get it wrong, oh crap!
Just like the book, we can't reprint it. So yeah, we'll be working on that. But Nick and Jesse and a guest are going to be here.
Fox Gaming. He is a all about handhelds fellow, really smart about the handheld gaming market.
I expect some
Fox.
interesting discussion.
PHAWX. Yeah.
So tune in on Saturday for that. I will obviously be back on Tuesday with Jesse for more headlines.
We'll have a lot of Game Awards stuff to talk about. It'll probably be a long one.
Yeah. Until then, people, much love to you all. Play some video games. Enjoy your streams, hanging out. I know Jesse and Ursula are going to be streaming the Game Awards this evening. Nick might even pop in. Who knows?
Yeah, he's stuck at work, so probably not, but he's going to try.
Yeah. But yeah, be good. We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.